What makes a house a home? Over 8 weeks, 21 homes bursting with style and character are competing to be crowned Home of the Year. Tonight the judges will visit 3 more unique homes, scoring each of them out of 10. The home with the highest score will go through to the final at the end of the series. Looking for functionality, individuality and clever design are design legend Hugh Wallace.
This competition is not about the norm, it's about the exceptional.
Interior designer Deirdre Whelan.
I love to see good use of colour because it really sets the tone.
And architect Declan O'Donnell.
The importance of a good layout is critical because if you get it right, everything else just falls into place.
But there can only be one winner. This is Home of the Year. 4 years ago, interior designer Wesley O'Brien and his wife Patricia transformed a Victorian end of terrace in South Dublin into the perfect home for them and their 2 daughters.
I was looking for a project, but we wanted a family home that we could restore.
Wes is always looking for a project.
It was in 7 residential units and it was in appalling condition.
It's hard to imagine this as a warren of grotty little tiny rooms.
We had to peel everything back. We had to take down ceilings, take up floors. It took about 9 months in total. We've chosen the couch in the bay window as our favourite spot. It's the only extending we've done to the property, and this is where all family life takes place. The style of the house is understated.
Simple.
Simple, yeah. One of the greatest surprises in the house was finding the original Victorian pocket doors, which were hidden behind a partition. So it was a great sense of discovery, finding these. A lot of the work, I suppose, from a decorative end, I would have done myself. I stripped most of the timber by hand.
So I think it's fair to say that Wes put a lot of blood, sweat and tears into this house.
The judges must now assess the home, armed with only the basic facts about the property and its owners.
Oh, this is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hall here is just so nicely proportioned.
Oh, nice room. I like the colours on the wall. Kind of quite intimate, isn't it? Kind of pulls it all together.
Love the original fireplace is still here. It's nothing more inviting than a lit fire when you come in. Beautiful big bay window. It's a very nice living room.
It's been just so amazingly restored. If you look at the cornices, these doors. So this person has done an amazing job.
I think the room could do with a bigger rug. I feel the furniture is kind of floating around the coffee table.
I completely disagree. I think the rug is fine. And what I love is that it actually shows off the floor. It's imperfect. You can see all the nails in it, the knots, all that character.
Love the fact that you have very simple palette of colours here, and then you have the personality of the owners coming through with their artwork. Love the vase on the mantelpiece. Great furniture. Old, new, real sense of mix and match.
I'm glad that there's a bit of colour in the room because I think it might have been a little bit dull otherwise. Nice pop of burnt orange in the cushions. There's a nice mix of textures. And then the lovely throw, which adds a little bit of fun to the room. Shall I?
Please.
Oh, nice. Oh, I was expecting a dining room.
And it's very different from this room.
Yeah.
It's much less formal.
It's great actually you can use these doors and open everything up. It allows light to come in from both ends and it means you can have 2 separate rooms or you can just have one big space.
Very nice.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, this is really nice, isn't it?
And you've all that natural light coming in from that lovely bay window to the south and the double doors out to the garden at the west. Very nice.
It's actually very fresh is the word I would use because, you know, it's darker in the hallway. It's a little bit small, I think, when you come in.
Where were you brought from, Declan? This is a great big kitchen.
I think it's a little bit tight when you come in for me.
But I think it's quite nice that you pass your dining space and then go into the kitchen. So it really is the central part of this room.
I got a hard time for the kitchen being small. It wasn't a criticism, it was actually compact is the word I should have used.
The kitchen has been very well executed and I just love the stone countertops. It's a very natural, neutral palette. And then you have this Payne's grey brought in, which just lifts it.
I think this is actually a really comfortable, very cosy kitchen.
This is their favourite spot. This is an extension, it's quite small. But in terms of the impact, It's absolutely huge. It's all about natural light. Lovely big roof lights, great view of the garden. And you'd actually see right through to the original house as well.
I do like the fact that they've gone bold with a bit of colour here. This is the sunshine corner, you know, with the yellow and the amount of light that comes into this space.
Lovely staircase detail, which gives the illusion of a carpet and a runner, but it's all done by paint.
Very effective.
You got that little glimpse up to the landing upstairs, and it was like, I'm looking forward to going through this whole house and experiencing it. Lovely, lovely bedroom, and that colour palette, the attention to detail, the consistency of the restoration really comes through in this room.
It has that balance that I'm kind of looking for, because it's obviously a period property, but really contemporary artwork on the walls. There isn't a big heavy bed. It's actually quite light, but it's a good strong clean line. And you get that balance of the old and the new. You put your own stamp on it. I just think it works brilliantly. Like, I have these candles at home. I love them.
Declan set the standard with the candles. As a dapper dresser, he knows what's hot.
Normally I like to see a rug in a bedroom, but I actually think it works really well in this room that it doesn't have that. It just keeps it all very light and restful.
This is really luxurious. It's your own private bathroom off the main bedroom, which makes it a real sanctuary. And I just love the fact that they have a timber floor in the bathroom.
Isn't it great to have an ensuite this size? I just love it.
If I had this bathroom, I'd be really selfish and I would take out the shower and make it all about the bath, sit in there and look out at the sky.
Right, Hugh, let's go.
The home will now be marked out of 10. 1 score will be held back until the judges have seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
I love the way the homeowners have restored this period house. Their creativity comes through in the colour palette they've selected, the design detail, but most importantly, the design consistency. I give it an 8.
They've balanced the traditional architecture with subtle flashes of their own style. And for me, that gives it a designer feel, but actually a really relaxed feeling as well, which is a real sweet spot. I'm giving this home an 8.
I like how they use the soft muted tones with the little pops of colour throughout the home. It feels really unpretentious. I find this a very relaxed and welcoming family home.
Event coordinator Zita Spring Homes and her husband Jamie have put their own unique twist on a 1930s build in West Dublin.
Our house is a pretty small 2 up, 2 down. We've never extended it or renovated it very much because it suits our lives. We can fit everything that we need in here.
I think if somebody's first impression when they come in the home is they've maybe walked into their granny's after she's been drinking. This house is a reflection of our interests and personality.
I think it's representative as well of our budget, which is oftentimes no budget whatsoever and just stuff that we've begged, stolen, borrowed. We don't really have a colour scheme, we just like all of the colours. And so we have pops of colour everywhere. With the home, we've never really had a plan for it. It's just sort of evolved into what it is. Fortunately, we like retro style because a lot of what is in the house is stuff that other people don't want anymore because it's gotten old.
The toy cabinet that I have upstairs, it's just toys that I decided to sort of throughout the years that I've held on to. So it was nice to kind of give them a nice home upstairs, just to have them on display and tinker with them now and again.
We've chosen our garden as our favourite spot because we've put so much work into it. We really enjoy gardening and we've got just so much space out here compared to what we have inside the house. So when we have guests over, this is where we'll hang out. It'll be in the garden for dinner and drinks.
It's not perfect, and it never will be perfect, but that's the way that we like it.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Wow, that's some colour scheme, isn't it? Very brave.
It's like that on the outside. I want to see the inside.
These houses were part of a thing called the garden cities in the 30s, which were about moving people out of tenements in Dublin out into the suburbs. When they were built, they would have all looked the same, but what people have done is personalised them, made them unique, and that's what I love.
Whoa, guys, look at this. I wasn't expecting this at all. You know, with the pistachio colour, I expected something pink and brash, but it's actually quite intimate. The kind of dark lavender colour works brilliantly, doesn't it?
I think it's great because when you come in here, the personality of the person who owns this house is full on. What I love is the fact you've got this wallpaper, great colours. Now, wallpaper is back with a bang, and I just love it.
And it's fun as well, it's a hoot.
The wallpaper, what it allows you to do is to bring lots of other colours into the room. I'm looking around and I'm discovering new things the whole time, but I think the layout works really well.
Yeah, it's a lesson in small spaces, actually, because there's loads going on, even though it's not that big. In here, everything was the right size, everything was in the right area, the flow was good, and even though this was a small house, it actually felt a lot bigger than it is.
I think the way the owner has also assembled the furniture is quite interesting because they're all pieces collected over time, I would have said. Loved the sideboard, it's like an old D-line.
And this is a great couch. I think the colour green works brilliant against the lavender. As a tonal change, it's very easy on the eye.
You either like this space or you don't. This is definitely very individual.
Around the corner, before we even talk about style in terms of layout, it's a galley kitchen. It's perfect because you can come in, you can come out, so it's very, very functional and yeah, tons of character. Those tiles, for example, they're awesome and they're wonky. Kind of want to straighten them up, but I don't. I just think it's perfect as it is.
Yeah, I love the fact that you kind of get the same feeling as you did in the living room coming out here, but because of the south light, it feels even warmer and more cosy. And I think the great big sink is fantastic.
I just love the teapot and the flowers and the whole intimacy of this space.
Ah, this is just so sweet. This is fantastic. It's like dreamland.
It's like a mini festival. The thing as well is that you have a clear picture now. There's no extension, there's no big move out the back. But this really shows that you don't always have to do that because this is another room.
Look at that. Oh, so well chosen. I mean, this is just perfect.
Well, you can see why it's just such a lovely sun trap. You're protected from the wind and you got the barbecue to hand.
Yeah, it's a real party zone, isn't it? I just think it's very cool. I think there's two sides to the people who live here. One, I think they know how to design and put things together. And two is fun.
Hey, look at this. The maddest wallpaper. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Nice little bathroom. Feels nice and bright and open.
Yeah, I really like the fact that the floor runs straight into the shower area. It's really nicely done.
And they've chosen really simple tiles, great fixtures, no fuss or bother. And I just love the idea of the wallpaper just added a little bit of fun in here.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Very nice.
Yeah. Ah, master bedroom. Nice. It's fresh, it's crisp. They've carried the sort of lavender colour from downstairs upstairs, but kind of held it short so the ceiling is left white. It's a very nice bedroom.
I'm relieved to find that the personality of the owners that we saw downstairs and their bits and pieces have come up to this bedroom because too often it disappears when you come up to the bedroom. Loved the unit with all the characters in there, isn't that right?
Yeah.
For me, my only comment is, and it's a personal thing, just in a bedroom, I like things to be a bit more restrained, a bit more restful.
I think it's a really jolly and happy room. Like I'd say if you go to sleep here at night, you have nice thoughts, restful thoughts going to sleep.
Here's people had a clarity of what they were doing with it from the outset. Collected bits and pieces of furniture in markets and have created a super home. And this is what we're looking for in this competition. Am I inspired by this home? Absolutely.
I would describe this as a fun home. The entire house, right from the front into that gorgeous back garden, oozes character and personality. I really like this home and I'm going to give it an 8.
There's no extension here, but so what? It hasn't stifled the owner's creativity. The result is a cool and clever home where it's their personalities really that take the centre stage. I'm giving this home an 8.
You open the door to this home and you have to smile. This home is full of the owner's style. And it shows you can create a very special place if you have what it takes.
In 1994, architects Philip and Delphine Gagan bought an old farmhouse in County Wicklow. With a passion for conservation, they set about restoring and preserving their home.
We live in a remarkably historic building which was built by Quakers in the 1660s.
For us, the single most important thing was to respect the building. The last thing we want to do is cover anything up. You want to see the layers of the past. When we decided to lime plaster again over the stone, it was important to blend in with the existing earth colours. It was probably the most creative thing that I got involved in the house, because I did it myself. Architects are known for never getting their hands dirty, but this architect does.
This is one of the most important features in the house. It is a blacksmith's forge. It has a very special place in our home as a unique bit of history.
This is our favourite spot. The kitchen is the centre of our home. It's what we call the hub because we've got 2 interconnecting rooms and it's where everyone meets. It's not as though people who lived in the 1600s were any different to ourselves. They wanted the trendiest cooker, and that happens to be a hole in the wall. I think that's just amazing.
We said it was going to be about a 10-year project, but 20 years on, we're still not quite there.
You actually touch the generations that were here before. It's a real link with the past, and
Yes,
I love
it is.
that about this house.
This is just gorgeous. Oh my God.
It's just really, really pretty.
Shall we go in?
Yeah.
I find buildings like this quite amazing that we still have them. There are very few buildings from the 17th century have made it through into the 21st century.
Oh, straight into the heart of the house, guys. No entrance hall.
What you have here is everything is exposed, the timber beams, the stonework, and that great big original sort of inglenook fireplace. Isn't that fabulous?
I think the fact that it's only 1 room wide as well, which is great because it's actually dual aspect. You get light from both ends, which means it's really bright when you come in. Here they've got great big windows, deep walls, lovely shutter boxes. For someone who loves windows, this was a treat.
This would have been a working farm, and this would have been the main house and the centre point for this community.
I'm trying to take it all in. I think it's actually fantastic. Really simple, modest kitchen, nothing too contemporary.
I just love the idea of the counter just being painted.
Yeah.
That lovely rust colour complements the doors so well. The whole thing is just one of simple life, and that's what this house was about. Here we have their favourite spot. This room fascinates me because it's been used for 350 years continuously. The odd little row, dinner party.
I'd say it's a busy spot, all right, because there's interconnecting rooms, so people are coming past all the time. I think everything kind of happens here.
Yeah. Hey, look at this. What do you reckon? A bread oven or?
Yes, a bread oven.
Really?
You would have food up the chimney,
So cooked meats and stuff?
all the cooked meats for the winter.
The bread oven is just something really, really simple. It's a hole in the wall. We all want pizza ovens now, and we were doing it 350 years ago. That's what's lovely is that, you know, if you choose to take on a building like this, if you choose to restore it, all of this texture, stonework, the original timber, this is what you inherit.
Isn't it great to come into this space because this is the original kitchen and where we've been was an extension. Fascinated by the wall colour, Deirdre, which is probably some of the original wall paints.
I mean, there's a bit of turquoise coming through, there's a yellow, and then there's the main colour is terracotta. I love that fireplace. I think it's fantastic.
This is a focal point, all that character is amazing, but there's a real Mediterranean vibe all of a sudden in here, you know.
Spain, here we go. I feel just a little bit underwhelmed in this room. I think it's the style of furniture that's being used, the very large mirror.
Oh, I don't agree, Deirdre. I love the mirror because it does that trick of reflecting the light within the space. I think the couch is so comfortable that I'd be happy lying on that couch, fire, and my cup of coffee.
I know Deirdre wasn't won over by that room. I think she just needs a holiday.
Declan, watch your head. Look at this.
Oh my God, look at that, wow.
Yeah, this is stepping back in time now, isn't it? I mean, this is the original chimney breast all the way up to the roof. And amazingly, this is just raw compacted earth that is still somehow still holding this whole thing together.
I love the idea of we have a fire oven that sort of connects the 2 fireplaces.
I think that picture is actually a bit of a giveaway in terms of what used to be here. Place of work or a blacksmith, something like that.
I think it was an old forge. I think it's quite remarkable to have this in your house, to be able to look up that chimney and see the history 350 years later, and there it still stood.
The layout here is very linear. It's only one room wide, so it's just a room after a room after a room.
And then a little stairs that brings you up to the bedrooms. Couldn't get simpler.
Oh, nice one. Really nice and spacious.
Yeah, I'm actually relieved to get a bit of height up here eventually, because usually in these historic buildings, floor-to-ceiling height is actually quite constrained. You feel a bit hemmed in. Total opposite up here. We're up into the roof space. It's really bright. It's dual aspect. You've got the great windows on each side, loads of natural light, which is lovely in a bedroom. Very nice master bedroom.
I just think it's amazing. I love the colour scheme. That turquoise just gives you a little lift.
Personally, I think I would have gone for a little bit more texture or colour in the throw.
Overall, I think the homeowners were a bit safe with their choice of colours throughout the house.
I think this home is actually one of the best I've seen. I think the colour palette is great, and I'm dying to see what's behind the headboard.
I'm guessing wardrobe.
Yeah, walk-in wardrobe.
I love the way they pull the headboard out from the wall and then created the wardrobe behind. Very clever.
Coming around the corner was like stumbling upon something out of a storybook, and entering the home, there was a real sense of stepping back in time. However, I would have loved to have seen some bravery in the homeowner's use of colour. I'm going to give it a 7.
The owners have imaginatively maintained and restored this home. I love the colour scheme, the chilled out atmosphere, and the respect they've shown for these buildings. And I'm delighted to give it a 10.
Turning an historic building into a home is about living slowly, listening to the building, and giving it what it needs. The owners have really stayed true to this architecture, and that's why it retains its simple rural charm.
Now that the judges have viewed all 3 homes, it's time to see how they measure up against each other. First, Deirdre tells us her score for the Victorian end of Terrace.
This was a really nice family home. I love the fact that the house was elevated off the road. A lovely living room, nice atmosphere in there, good colour scheme. I gave this home an 8.
It's a good score.
That's a good score for this house.
3 8s, that's 24. We're off to a good start.
Yep.
Next, Hugh reveals what he gave the colourful 2 up, 2 down.
I just loved the passion with which this person had done this house up. That wallpaper, the lovely bits and pieces, and also the fun of this house. And I just thought this was an amazing house, and I gave it an 8.
I thought you were going to go higher, but that's a brilliant score.
3 8s, 24.
All to play for.
And finally, Declan reveals his score for the 17th century farmhouse.
This home for me, it was like stepping back in time. The history of it was really fascinating actually to walk around, and I loved it, and I give it an 8.
Good score.
So look, that's a 10, a 7 and an 8. My books, that's 25. And it was close, but we have a winner.
So our next home through to the final is the farmhouse in County Wicklow.
I'm just totally smitten by this house. I'd love to move in, and I'm delighted it's in the final.
A really worthy winner.
I think it's fantastic that it's made the final.
Next week, the search continues for Home of the Year.